What's up, team? Welcome to the stream. Today is a very special stream because we got a special guest, apartment 308, also known as Brian. We're going to be doing a bit of a collab interview kind of thing. Well, Brian's prepared a lot of questions for me, and I'm going to be answering them here on the stream. And I'm probably going to be bouncing some questions back to Brian. And then we'll be taking some questions from you guys as well. And I think some people have submitted questions to Brian. So yeah, we'll be answering those later on. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Brian right now. There he is. Say hello to apartment 308, everyone. And of course, we got our first hydrate already.
Damn it.
That's right. So yeah, guys, if you're familiar with how this goes, yeah, people like to see us hydrate for some reason. So now that Brian is guest starring on this stream, we both have to drink. So
hey, cheers to the stream. Cheers to the stream.
Cheers to the stream.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my background.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh man.
All right.
Thank you.
What's up, Brian?
Doing pretty good today. A little nervous, but I'm trying to get excited. I'm trying to get hyped up for this interview today.
Yeah, same here. I'm very nervous. Like that's just how I am as a person. But
yeah.
Oh, Angeline, another
Jelly.
hydrate. We just started. It's so hot today. Okay.
So for
All
you,
right, you're being
so
very
for
thoughtful.
you guys, yeah, for you guys in chat, I have my second monitor. I could see what you guys are saying, so I'm also reading chat. Hey, at least it's not the ASMR episode we did last time.
If you guys haven't checked that out yet, head on over to Brian's
Yeah.
YouTube channel because we did a whole ASMR thing with Jer in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Rub your beard on the mic again. I don't know if it's gonna come out, but like, listen, nah. I need to like turn up this microphone for people to hear.
No.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that again. If you really want to hear that, head on over to apartment 308 on YouTube and check out the ASMR video. It's quite funny. It's quite funny. We managed to keep the ASMR going for like 40 minutes without bursting into.
I am surprised, to be honest. But yeah,
Nathan, we're drowning Joshy tonight. Brian is also here. Brian is also here. Why am I the only one being drowned?
I guess I should just introduce myself anyway for anyone that doesn't know me. Hi guys, my name is Brian. Yeah, so I host a channel called Apartment 308. It's over on YouTube, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. What's the podcast or what's the channel about? Just random shit. That's all I can say. Just, but the overall theme is just us guys or girls or, any gender. We're all getting together, we're all hanging out, just having it like good old times because yeah, COVID screwed us and we're just like, we need to hang out. We need some what does the Twitch community say? Like copium or hopium these days?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a recent thing.
Oh, it's recent.
It's a recent thing. But yeah, all right, Mr. Joshua, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah, that's the enthusiasm I like to hear. So let's jump straight into it.
All right. You're interrogating me on my live stream. Here we go.
So I saw you over an electrical... No, I'm kidding.
Wait.
This is not Among Us. So how about you tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, introduce yourself, Josh.
Okay. Well, for those who are new here and don't already know, I'm Josh, also known as SquishyJoshy, but it's stylized in lowercase. And I basically carry marketing teams and make funny little posts and memes for a living. That's the basic gist of what I do. But that was kind of like my job before I dived more into content creating. So nowadays I position myself as an award-winning design superhero with over 10 years of industry experience.
Wow, where's that resume when you need it, bro? Sheesh.
I'm just reading off my notes on the screen.
Freaking teleprompter reading. Oh, okay,
pretty much.
That's a little bit more about yourself. So now, just a few more quick fire rounds. So you're from good old Australia.
Yeah.
Land down under. The land down under.
I don't know if you can tell from my accent. I don't think I have a very strong Australian accent. Like there is a bit of an accent, but
it's there. It's there. I clearly notice it.
But I feel like I can sort of modify it so that like other people can kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah. But wait, what? So what city from Australia are you in? Are you in Sydney or?
Yeah, in Sydney.
So basically my question is, what's it like down there? What's it like in the southern hemisphere?
Yeah, I was about to say like the southern hemisphere. That's another deep cut joke. Um, Apart from the obvious, I really don't think that it's probably not that much different to America, especially in my area.
Really?
It's
Very city like
Yeah, very
or
urban and like it's also very multicultural in my area, which I love a lot.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I think being exposed to different cultures has also helped me to grow as a person and a creative. But yeah, like overall, Australia is just a great place to live, and that's sort of my short summary. But feel free to ask me any more questions on that if you want.
Yeah, I've never been to Australia. Like I always wanted to go to Australia, but
Hmm.
I guess just the time and money.
Yeah, there's not as many kangaroos as people think. You have to go,
What?
yeah,
Damn.
you have to go a bit like west or more to the like deserty areas to see them.
Uh,
Yeah.
damn, I see. I wanted to go to your city just because of a kangaroo,
Yeah,
just for
we don't
kangaroos.
ride them around as well, guys. That's,
You ride them around. What?
imagine if they made like a little Uber service, but it's like kangaroos instead.
They have to put you in your pouch in
Yeah,
order to
yeah.
carry you around.
That's not happening. The pouches are too small.
Yeah. Plus, that would kill the mother, I think.
Imagine living in Australia and not seeing kangaroos. Well, I think when you start going
Jared,
out west, you will see them. Do you ride
do you
emus? No.
ride emus?
I think the
Oh
last time I
man,
saw an emu was in a zoo. So,
damn. Okay, what about koalas? Have you been up close with a koala before?
yeah, also in a zoo.
Huh. Damn. Do you use koalas as teddy bears, Jared?
I guess
I mean, if
they are a bear. They're technically called koala bears.
yeah, I mean, it's like your guys' is like 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 correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a national kind of thing for most of these animals.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think
In a
kangaroo
sense,
and emu are the main ones, but then like yeah, there's koala as well.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got your holy trinity of Australian animals.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
The kangaroo, the emu, the koala. There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I guess there's the wombat as well. No
I
one
forgot
seems to
about the
like to. Yeah,
wombat.
no one seems to talk about wombat. They must feel lonely.
The wombat movement is dying right now. Please
Yeah,
save it.
sadly. Quokkas, yeah, yeah.
Oh, quokkas, yeah.
Hmm.
I think I did watch like a video like about Australia one time where it's like you guys are most famous for like food wise is the your guys' meat pies.
Yeah,
Is that true?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've always wanted to try it.
Honestly, it's just a pie with minced meat in it.
Well, cause I'm not sure if you guys have it in Australia, but here in America we have like chicken pot pie.
Okay,
I don't know if you ever heard
what's
of that.
that?
It's basically the same thing as the meat pies where it's like well think of like your typical kind of like chicken stew or something
Hmm.
where it's
Yeah,
like chicken like cream slash sauce and then you got like your assortment of vegetables so like you got some carrots, some peas, some potatoes. Yeah, those things are usually hot when you get it.
yeah, right.
But they're super good. They're super good. Fills you
Hmm.
right up.
Yeah,
So yeah. But anyways, moving on from that, you are part Filipino. You're half, right? Half
half.
Filipino?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Half Filipino,
Okay,
half
this is
British.
okay, because when I first met you, I thought you were full. But
Okay,
and
right, 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 right.
then you said to me, "Oh, I'm half," I'm like,
Mm.
"Okay." So I gotta ask every Filipino this. What's your favorite Filipino dish? And chat's watching you,
Yeah,
There's some
they're
Filipinos in
gonna
there.
judge me on this one. They're gonna judge me on this one. But I'm personally a bit of a sweet tooth, so
Oh,
well,
sweet tooth.
yeah. While I do like a lot of the savory dishes that the Philippines has to offer, I'm just gonna go with the classic leche flan on this one, or leche flan,
Leche flan.
leche flan. Yeah,
Leche...
yeah, yeah. But if I must say a savory dish, I highly rate sisig. That's pretty good.
Oh, dude, I just had sisig a few days ago.
Yeah, nice. Oh, drink for
Hey,
that.
drink to that.
All
Hey,
right.
hey.
You're
My
making Brian
man.
drink as well. You're getting
Jared doesn't care. Jared doesn't care.
two for the price of one. Yeah, so leche flan. Yeah, I love it. Love the taste of it.
Leche plan.
Just melts
Yeah.
in your mouth.
Oh yeah, dude, my mom's a sucker for like leche flan and then also halo halo, bro.
See, I can't do halo halo. Well, like I
Why?
can, but it's just like they throw too much into the mix. and then there's kind of like, I don't know, there's like a powdery one inside it that just kind of like throws me off the whole thing. Like I try and avoid the powdery tasting thing, and then just kind of
Wait,
like,
really?
yeah, I take the leche flan out of it and like the things I can actually enjoy. So it's like, yeah, no, I can't do that. I do like buka
Really?
pandan though. Buka pandan is like,
If any of you guys are curious what my favorite Filipino dish is, I mean, I gotta go with classic sinigang. Sinigang,
oh,
bro.
oh yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
good too.
hey, yo, where my sinigang?
Which um, which protein in the sinigang?
Pork, obviously.
Have you tried
You
salmon?
just,
Oh, wait, no, you can't. You
I
can't.
have a fish allergy.
Ah! Right. Okay, because
Someone
salmon
clip it.
sinigang
Someone
is up
clip
there as
that.
well. Beef.
No, beef, no, but beef's normal in sinigang too.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, like I mean, I guess
No,
yeah,
no.
like typical sinigang, it's like beef. Well, it's mainly pork, but you also have your options of like fish and beef. If
Mm.
it's chicken, then that's tinola.
Yes.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
heard
yeah.
of tinola? Yeah.
I've had that. Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, obviously, I also love lumpia and pancit, bro.
Lumpia is pretty good.
I see that party tray. I'm like, give me all of that.
Give me all the lumpia. All the...
Yeah, hell yeah.
Jollibee. We didn't even mention Jollibee.
The fried chicken.
Oh, the fried chicken. So
Yeah,
good.
hell yeah, bro.
Look,
It's
okay,
so
yeah, spaghetti. Spaghetti's good,
this is the
but
spaghetti's
fried
also pretty
chicken,
good.
fried chicken.
It's fried chicken though. I think honestly, like out of all the fried
Oh
chickens
yeah,
I've
peach fried. Yeah.
tried, yeah, Jollibee has to like they really do deliver, saying it's the crunchiest chicken you'll ever try. But
Mm,
like that meat though, that meat just melts in your mouth. I'm
mm,
like, Phil, that feels so good, man.
mm. Can't wait to have Jollibee again. We don't really have Jollibee here. Yeah, same,
I saw
Rach, same.
I saw a news article somewhere saying they're gonna open Jollibee in Sydney soon. So
Yeah, they're planning to.
so it's not in construction yet.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. They recently opened a Taco Bell here. So,
If there's any if there's anything America influenced you, it's Taco Bell.
yeah. No, but it's like Sydney is actually getting more Americanized by the day.
Really?
Like Starbucks was not really popular, like say a couple years ago, but now it's just blown up. It's everywhere, and now we're getting
Interesting.
Taco Bells. So I'm just like, what's going on?
Oh
The
yeah.
Americanization of Australia. As long
That
as
is
we,
true though. But hey, we're talking about food and we're talking about more about Australia. So hey, like I said, this is a learning experience.
mm, for everyone.
We're we're educating everyone the wrong way.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, so that's the quick fire round. Starting to introduce Josh. So now let's jump into more on who he is. So one of the big things you tell a lot of people about, and what your pretty much your brand is known for, is your graphic design.
Mhm.
You already mentioned saying you worked a lot of graphic design. You worked in different like media companies. This entire freaking Squishy Joshy brand was made by you. So let's like
And my
turn
wonderful
the clock.
mods and admins.
Yeah. But yeah, let's rewind time for a bit. So where did your love and passion for art slash design come from?
Yeah.
How did it all start?
Basically kind of started as a joke in high school.
Really
It
a
actually
joke?
started as a joke. Growing up, I think you kind of like tend to lean towards like typical jobs as a kid. Like I used to hype up that I wanted to be a police officer, and sometimes I do kind of still wish that I could be one just to use a taser on people. But I ended up being like the tech guy at high school, and I got involved in a lot of like computer classes.
Let's say you learn like programming or engineering
Uh,
or both.
like none of those actually. It was more just like because at the time that's when like people were kind of like getting more into like just the basics of computer, right? Like you have to press Control Alt Delete to log in. You know, like we're using like Microsoft Word 2003 and then PowerPoint and
She.
like
Yeah.
it was super basic stuff, right? Yeah, so I was like the tech guy at that time, and like because like Photoshop was kind of just starting to roll out in schools and stuff. And so
Yeah.
I got involved in a lot of computer classes and like digital media classes and stuff like that, visual arts.
In university or still in high
This is
school?
still in high school, and I was kind of like always going above and beyond in the classes, trying to like learn all the different features of those programs and stuff. And the rest of the class didn't really care. They just were not into the whole tech
Oh,
thing.
it's like it's one of those classes where it's
Yes,
like
like
easy. I
everyone
just
was
want
just
my
like
A. I just want my
they just
A.
want their grade, and like in the background they'll be playing some like shooter game that they somehow hacked onto the school computers. uh, Meanwhile, there's just me in the background, like while the teacher's talking. I was messing with a thing called Microsoft Sam. I don't know if you guys remember what Microsoft Sam is, but it was basically like a text to speech thing where you could just type in some text and like press play, and and then the computer's like AI voice would try and read it out. Like
You have selected Microsoft Sam as the computer's default
Like that
voice.
was a
I don't
thing.
think I don't think I was that old enough to know, bro.
That was a thing, and I was just doing that in class, and we could just not stop laughing. And the teacher's like, "Who's doing that? Who's playing this?"
Bruh.
So at the
Y'all were
time,
some delinquents back then.
it's so harmless and so wholesome, but like yeah, it was just absolutely hilarious. But eventually I found a love for Photoshop and Adobe programs, and ended up just
Oh.
studying interactive media. I ended up
Oh,
studying
right.
interactive media at college, and that's when the journey began, really. And yeah, so I see you are about to say something.
I forgot
Yeah.
we can't mention the real name.
We're trying to not mention the real thing for Adobo. Adobo.
Oh, what, Bo?
Adobo.
Adobo.
Adobo. I'll say it one time and one time only. Adobe.
Oh shit! There goes the
No,
stream. There goes the
there
stream.
goes the stream. No, no, no. Hopefully one day we'll get a sponsorship from Adobe. Please, 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 Adobe.
Both of us are praying, man.
But yeah, we're going to be calling it a quarter vibe. That's right. We're going to be calling it Adobo just for the purposes of this stream and future streams. But yeah, after that, basically that's where I started studying interactive media at college, and that's where the journey began.
So, like, starting from freshman year college all the way up to graduation, you did 4 years of just straight
Yeah,
digital media, graphic
I did
design.
not say, look, I'm getting sick of this. I'm quitting. I just kept going for it. And the thing is, with that course,
Yeah.
it was kind of like everything being thrown at us. So it's like film, games,
Oh, so the
3D.
entire Adobe like thing.
Yeah, just everything. And it
Dang.
was only after I graduated where I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do design. I'm just going to just go all into design. Hydrate.
Yeah, that's why I like grabbed my cup. But actually, I'm kind of curious because I don't really know. The structure for your school is different from the structure of my school.
Mhm.
Like, so okay, I'll explain like what my school did. So we usually go in saying like, okay, you're gonna enter graphic design, all right. Or for our school, it's called communication design, right?
Okay.
And usually and from there you're saying, hey, I'm a communication design major. And then they're like, okay, but what specific concentration do you want to go into? Would you want to go into visual design? So, the posters, banners, UX UI, but that was a little bit late for our school. Web design, obvious as it sounds, or game design, where you're in charge of graphics, character modeling, environment. Did your school do something similar to that, or was it just straight up like general
So
design?
when I
Do you
actually
remember?
signed up for the course, it was completely general. And then they
Oh,
just,
so it
yeah,
was everything,
it
everything.
was everything, everything, including 3D, including all that kind of stuff. And so the actual course was called Interactive Media. And for some reason,
Right.
they didn't actually really have many design focused courses, but it's like at the end of it, I chose design anyway. But
Right.
about 2 years into the course, they introduced like focuses. So there was like you could focus
Oh.
on film, you could focus on games, and you can focus on design or whatever. And I just chose to
Oh.
stay in the general because I think if I was to pick a focus, they would have thrown an extra semester at me, and I did not want to stay. I did not want to stay there any longer. So
Yeah.
we also got another hydrate from Nathan, by the way.
I was like way ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so it's similar, but you get to choose your focus later on. As for me, the focus was early on.
Another
So
hydrate.
the model was there, but it's just different. Okay, so then so I'm assuming like after college, you went straight into like design related careers and jobs.
Yep.
Oh, nice. So like for like, were you like a freelancer, or were you
Yeah.
like
So
by a company or?
so after I graduated, I was kind of just like, okay, well, what's the next step? I've got
Like everyone
yeah,
else.
I've got like a broad range of skills that they've taught me. But then like what do I want to focus on? And I thought, okay, design seems to be the easiest thing I can do. Or the easiest way to sort of get work and get paid for it.
Right, right.
So I started looking for an internship because I thought that was kind of like the first step to getting into the industry.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, I got an internship with a fashion label at the time, and then after that, I ended up getting more work from them, but like a different company. So
They referenced you out to a different company.
yeah, which was run by his dad actually. So
Oh.
it was like a little private college thing. So I designed for them for a while, and I was kind of a freelancer designing for them in a sense. Like I was kind of just like on call when they needed some like new flyers and whatnot. And then I
Hmm.
thought, okay, look, I think I need a bit more experience to try and land even bigger jobs. So um, I decided to go for another internship. Um, so I did two internships, and internships here are usually unpaid, unfortunately. Um,
Oh.
yeah.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's some here that are unpaid.
Mm, right. Um, this second internship was with a little startup company called Snapper, and I'm kind of like regretting
I thought you were about to say Snapple for a second. I'm like, what?
Snapple.
The drink?
So, no, no. They're called Snapper. They're kind of like this photography on demand business, and they blew up so much that they basically got like millions of dollars in investments, and now they're based in America. So they've moved from Sydney, and then they've now based themselves in
What?
America. It's crazy, yeah. They're in Silicon Valley, and it's just crazy to see how they grew from just
No
this little business
way.
in Sydney to this massive scaled company. Which sadly I did not get taken along for the ride, but
No, damn. They said, nah, we're leaving your ass here in
yeah, no, it would
Australia,
have been
bro.
weird though. Like I would have had to relocate to LA, and then I wouldn't have met any of you guys. So like it had to have rolled out this
I
way.
mean,
So
if it's Silicon Valley, you could have met me because I'm from the Bay.
well, you just don't know. You just don't know.
Right,
So
exactly. It's one of those things where it's kind of like you kind of feel glad that you didn't go.
yeah, yeah, but like there wasn't really an opportunity for me when they left as well. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
right. So pretty much you were just like you weren't sure about the move, but then they said either way, we're not gonna make you move. But hey, I mean, just how a small company evolved into Silicon Valley level big. I mean, hey, that could be us soon. I could be the best podcast in the world. You could be the best designer slash streamer in the world. Who knows?
who knows? Anything can happen on the internet.
We started from the bottom, and now we're still going.
Yeah, we're kind of like we're like this. We're going up slowly.
This graph ain't yeah, the slope ain't changing yet. But that's why we gotta help each other out. That's
Mm,
why I
mm.
like earlier today, and a week later after the stream ends. But I did do the episode where I collaborated with my bosses, OKOP. So that because they're also a small creator and they agreed to help me out. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I really want to collab with more small creators. And yeah, I'm glad that I met you and we're doing this.
Yeah.
We started from the bottom. Now we're still going.
Just quickly after the internship, I did a bit of more like freelance things here and there. I think I was still kind of working for that private college at the time as well, but like at that time as well, I was doing everything. Like I was in a DJ company as well, doing like some
DJ.
yeah, like I was doing some like side DJ gigs, and at the same
Damn, bro, I didn't know about this.
yeah, it's
You never
it,
told anyone.
it's something I don't really talk about as much these days, but yeah, I was doing like some side DJ gigs, and at the same time, this private college was like trying to call me up saying like, "Hey, we need this like flyer edited." And so I remember very specifically this one DJ gig. I was DJing, and at the same time, I had another window open where I was editing the flyer while I was DJing.
Yeah, me and Rachel are just like, what the hell, dude?
A DJ? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But anyway, so you were
um,
making their flyer, and then they're like, "Hey, we need a DJ or something."
No, so this was I was just DJing a random party, and
Oh, and then they're like, "Damn, you're good. Play for us or something."
no. So the private college was just like, hey, we need an update to this flyer that you were doing. So, but like they called me up while I was DJing this random party, so I was like, oh, and like it was very urgent as well. So I was like, while I was DJing, I had to edit this poster for them as well.
It's like, "Give it up for SquishyJoshy." I'm like, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, exactly. But after that, the startup internship, I ended up getting another job with the private college that I studied at, and I guess having experience in private colleges already is what helped me get into it. But it was more of the head company, so the head company controls all these other private colleges. So I got hired by the head company, and yeah, that's where I stayed for like 4 years before I changed to content creating.
Right. Oh, okay, okay. And obvious. I gotta ask you just real quick, like what type of designs were you like more focused on? So you said like posters. Did you also do like logos or UX UI or
Yeah,
just?
so not many logos within the companies that I worked in, but I did do a couple of logos for like freelance projects. What else? With the companies I worked in, it was mostly a lot of things like digital ads, posters, flyers. I
Okay.
did some like backdrops as well, so like some big sort of these backdrops that they would have at like careers expos and stuff like that.
So basically, you also had to learn like printing process and all that stuff too.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff. So I
Man,
know how to do like a lot of finished art and whatnot. So you got to add the bleed in and stuff like that. So yeah.
I'm low key a little jealous because in my university we did had kind of like a publication design class, so we were learning InDesign and also yeah, we did touch on printing, but because of COVID, we could not access the printing labs. So
Mm,
it's a crazy story because we this was like 2020. It just started. We're all back from winter break. We're starting up on a new project, I think. The project it was like the city was hosting a New Year's Eve event in their town,
mm.
and it was our job to design posters, banners, and even little fun little badges for the kids for the New Year's Eve event.
Hmm.
But of course, midway through the project, so around March, that's when we got hit with COVID,
Yeah, right.
and yeah, we everyone got sent home. Our professor was kind of bummed out. It's like, man, I wanted to show you guys printing process for a poster and for a banner, but since we're all home, I can't show you guys. And even the clients all like, yeah, I think we have to cancel the New Year's Eve event, but you guys can still do it for a grade and submit it digitally. And like, I mean, a grade's a grade, and we need something to pass.
Yeah, right. That's actually yeah, very good point actually, because print design was a very huge thing with my job when I started. But once like COVID hit, like
Everything went digital.
everything went digital. So the job that I was
Yeah.
working just started to feel very autonomous, and like every single post that I was creating was all kind of like the same. It was like this digital ad, digital ad, digital ad, and it all kind of did the same thing. I felt like I wasn't making the sort of same impact that I was when I started the company, and I thought, you know what, now's the time to leave and just do my own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. But then again, like, we are kind of seeing how, the digital age is still evolving. Because now, because everything is on our phones these days. Like, entertainment, ads, businesses are on using a lot of technology.
Oh, she
And
got us
that's a
with the
hydrate.
hydrate again.
My cup is like a quarter full. Or
Double
quarter...
hydrate. Whoa. You seeing this? Quadruple. Ryan's... What the heck is going on right now? What? There's another one.
You almost made me spit out my water. Before the stream started, I was like, damn, I know I'm gonna get hit with so much water, so that's why I filled my glass up like all the way up here.
I just brought the breeder along. Because I know I'm gonna need it.
So that's 2 hydrates, right? So
at this rate, yeah. And
anyway,
we're back.
Where were we? Oh yeah, so you were talking about like how everything went digital in terms of design and everything.
Yeah. And then quit the job because carrying that team.
Damn, bro, you had to carry the team. I know how that feels. I should probably explain myself on how I got into design for your stream and for people watching me. So yeah, I mean, pretty much I'm similar to you, Josh, where it's like I was very interested in art as a kid. Like I used to draw like all the time, like random characters, random stuff. So yeah, I drew a lot, and then of course high school. That's when I started taking kind of a little bit more seriously. So I took nonstop. I think I took like 3, 4 art classes in my high school life. No, it was 3 because sophomore year I had to skip it. So I took like art 1, and then junior year I took art 2/art 3 because the classes kind of had to combine. And then what really got me interested into Adobo, I almost said the other thing, was senior year I took a photography class, or photography 1. And that's when we got introduced to Photoshop. And I'm like, man, Photoshop and photography are so cool. I like this. But also like you, I was also very interested in a little bit of science. And like I'll say this right now. I loved math back then in high school.
Math?
I mean, not gonna lie. Like I was like, damn, I'm pretty good at math. And then, funny enough, senior year, I took a pre-calc honor class, and that kicked my ass a lot. I'm like, man,
I don't like math anymore.
I still graduated with C, and oh my god, we got a prime.
STEM? Hey,
we got a prime. Let's go.
Prime sub. Thank you, Teddy.
For 3 months. Let's go.
Appreciate it.
I was also very interested in science because also my parents are they both work a lot with computers, and they talk to me. It's like, hey Brian, are you interested in learning about computers since you like math a lot? I'm like, yeah, I've always wanted to try it. So I took my very first programming class in senior year of high school. So it was also with the photography class. The coding language was Python, and it was all right. I did frustrate a little bit because code just, I'm like, why work, please? Yeah. So then and I mentioned a lot about this before on the last It's Been a While special with my professor Amir. So I entered college, and I straight up joined as a computer science major because I wanted to learn more about programming and all that stuff. And same thing, it was fun for a little bit, but I did struggle a lot. It wasn't until sophomore year, this professor absolutely kicked my ass. I failed one of the important computer science classes, and that gave me emotional damage for like a while.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it mentally drained me. It meant there's a joke between me and my friend saying that teacher broke my soul because of that one class.
Oh, yeah.
It broke my soul, but with my roommates at the time, and I'm very still grateful that I had the roommates I had back then. That one of them was a communication design major, and even though he's into game design, he told me about the whole program, saying there's visual design and also web design.
Hmm.
So yeah, I gave it more thought. I also consulted my parents and my older brother about it, saying, "Hey, I want to switch majors." And they surprisingly they approved of it. They 100% approved of it. So I
Oh,
switched
cool.
majors to communication design sophomore year. And yeah, that's when I learned more about all the different Adobe apps. So we got our Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign came in later.
Hmm.
And funny enough, they did not teach us a Premiere. I'm self-taught in Premiere.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can tell by like all my videos, I put like the least minimal effort because I'm still trying to learn
Hmm.
Premiere. But with the job I have now with OKOP, like I'm learning so much about Premiere, and I'm like, wow, I
That's
finally know how to get. Yeah, I finally know how to get rid of a green screen.
yeah, nice. That's actually kind of
Yes,
interesting because my degree did not teach InDesign, but it taught Premiere.
really
It taught us like
interesting.
Illustrator in Photoshop and Premiere, but no InDesign. They taught us a little bit of After Effects as well, but mainly Premiere.
I have a funny story about After Effects. So what was it? I think this was in the middle of COVID where
Mm.
everyone was home. So I took up an internship, and you guys can listen more about that on the coworker episode of Let's Hang Out. Um, but basically, so one of our basic duties was make a highlight reel of the hottest K-pop songs for this month. Yeah, that was my actual job. So we had to
Okay.
go into Premiere, put the videos on a template saying, "Hey, here's the hottest songs from BTS, Blackpink, blah 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 blah." And I did this internship for credit, for college credit.
Mm.
So I had to go up to my counselor and be like, "Hey, I have an internship. Can I use this for units?" And she said, "Oh, heck yes." But in the middle of the semester, she wanted to have a Zoom meeting with me, being like, "Hey, I know you're taking an internship. I'm just curious on how that's going. Can you meet up?" I'm like, "Okay." So I tell my counselor my basic duties. I Photoshop some templates. I'm helping out with a little bit of their branding. And then I told her about the videos, and she's all like, Videos? Have you ever taken the class about After Effects?" I'm like, "There was a class on After Effects? How did I not know this?"
Mm.
Because it wasn't in my lesson plan. I'm like, you're kidding me, right?
So it was kind of
And
like
she's
an elective.
It was an elective class, yeah.
Hmm.
Because all the
Okay.
classes I'm taking are kind of like, they're kind of. I'm gonna say they're kind of like the required classes, and the reason why I'm saying in quotation is kind of like, you could just take any class you want as long as it's under the major or
Right.
it's under the concentration. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so yeah. From there, from the rest of Zoom University, as we call it. I think also because of that internship I took in, it definitely did help me set the right course of what I wanted to do.
Mm.
Where it's like, okay, I want to do something related to more content creation because as much as I want to do print stuff like posters and logos and stuff,
Yeah.
I do not have access to a printer and I don't have the knowledge I need
Yeah. Right.
to figure that out.
Mm.
And yeah, also in the middle of the pandemic, that's when this channel got birthed.
I just got on.
Yeah,
Sega just got on. He got a warning. Broke the system.
no sus links, guys.
Which
Especially in my YouTube comments, like I get like so many sus links. I'm like, come on, really?
I just reply to all the spam bots now because you got to have more.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
thing I've been doing.
there's.
That's the thing I've been doing. Every time I get a spam bot, I just reply to it so it's more comments on the post.
If you don't know what he's talking about, YouTube viewers, check out SquishyJoshy on his Instagram. You can tell. You can tell.
I get like these spam bots that are like they'll comment on my post and be like, oh, send us the pic on like
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one art gallery or whatever, and I would just be like, wow, you want me to be on an art gallery?
So dumb.
It's like, hey, I'm getting more comments on the post, so engagement.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I usually delete them because I'm like, heck no, I don't want freaking spam bots in my freaking posts. But
Did you miss that hydrate from Rach?
no, I drank.
Okay, cool.
Stream saw it and the recording saw it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much my history with design. Yeah, and
Cool.
like especially with the channel, like with the capstone project, because funny enough, and again for anyone that doesn't know, with Professor Amir, who I've interviewed before, the reason why I decided to go with this channel because I'm just like, man, I don't have a capstone project because my original idea was to do like a fashion catalog, but of course with COVID that had to cancel. So like, maybe a podcast or a YouTube channel. And I met up with my professor over Zoom. I'm like, yo, I need ideas. I need help. Like, which one should I do? And then I told him about the podcast. And he's like, this is the one. Make this your capstone for this year. I'm like, you're kidding. YouTube? Capstone. You're joking. And he's like, no, do it.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because during the online capstone festival, which is like we showcase our projects, I was like one of the main hits for our group.
Yeah.
Everybody was asking me questions. Everyone was giving me praises. Like, dang, bro, a freaking YouTube channel? I'm like, I don't put much effort in this, but yeah, sure, let's go with that. Yeah, it was so funny because with the Amir episode 2, no one expected that episode. My entire class did not expect it until I made the announcement in the middle of class saying it's like, oh yeah, he's coming on, and everybody in the class blew up. It's like,
Wow.
oh no way, he interviewed our professor. Yeah, so that I kind of got that kick from that. So I'm just like, yeah, YouTube content stuff. It seems pretty fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially working with OKOP, working with them is really fun because now I'm learning more about TikTok.
Hey.
My phone now has TikTok because I have to
You
study
actually
with
got
them.
it. You actually got it.
I said this before. I'm like, yo, my phone's no longer a virgin. It has TikTok.
It now has the TikTok.
Yeah, it has TikTok now. No, you were the chosen one. But anyways, jokes aside, so the next thing I do want to ask you, and you always say this, even in your introduction, you won an award for your design. How did that come to be?
Yeah. Do you guys want to see it?
You actually have it still?
Yeah, I have it. Hang on, just give me a sec.
No way. Oh, now we know what the rest of Josh's room looks like. Oh my god, did you like put it on top of a shelf? What's going on? Oh, shoot.
So, here's
What's
the award. It's a creative jam from Adobe. Sadly, they didn't engrave my name on it, but yeah, just trust me that I didn't steal it.
Round of applause, chat. Round of applause.
Yeah. So that was an event held by Adobe. The WoW. Who redeemed the WoW? Oh, Jelly. Wow, first time we got the WoW sound effect.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you.
But anyways, what was this competition about?
Well, it happened in 2018. There was an Adobe Creative Jam event that happened at my college, but I was working for the college. So technically, I wasn't actually supposed to be a contestant in the competition, but they just decided to allow me to join it anyways.
Oh, you ditch work just for the award. Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
Respect.
Exactly. So basically what we had to do was design an app in their new product, Adobe XD. And so we basically sort of, like, I had a collaborator and coworker, Sarah, and we designed this app as our project. And technically we weren't allowed to win because we were...
What do you mean?
Because we were we were employees, so technically it was a competition for the students. So what ended up happening is, just for technicalities, they gave us People's Choice Award. So that's what this is. We were chosen.
The people have voted.
The people have voted for us, the non-students, to get an award.
Wow.
So yeah, that's basically what the event was. I was invited to do more of them, but they never happened, I think, because of COVID. But yeah.
Do you still have like the original work on you, or no?
No, but I'll talk a little bit about it, actually, because the they gave us Adobe gave us a brief to talk about to create an app that was about sustainability. That was literally all they gave us, just sustainability. The word sustainability. And so basically everyone that was in the competition came up with the same idea.
Which was
they all thought of things like scanning barcodes and cleaning up rubbish off the earth and stuff with your phone and whatnot, and getting facts and stuff like that. We, like my group, designed a sustainability app for children. So we were the only ones that were kind of different from the rest. We were kind of the unique ones.
We just designed different.
Yeah, we just designed different, and that's why we got People's Choice Award, because we basically made this whole sort of Pokemon Go kind of game, but it was like clean up the planet kind of thing, And they were just wow. Adobe was just wow, that's so creative, but we can't actually give you the award because you're not a student. So we ended up getting People's Choice Award. But still, that's an award from Adobe, and I'm very grateful and appreciative of that.
Yeah, slap that on your resume, bro.
Yeah,
you have
got to put it everywhere. Just be like, I got an award from Adobe.
But yeah, you know what's actually kind of funny too, when you said the restaurant is doing a cleaning up type simulator during the capstone event, because in my group there was my channel, and then there was another project all about fitness, another project all about trying to remember, but the one I need to talk about, one was a recycling app, or trying to help you recycle and all that stuff. And what's funny is I look at her project when she's doing the presentation, I'm like, wow, this project looks so good, looks so clean. All the designs, all the buttons work perfectly. She only got 2 questions from the crowd. Me, I got a lot of questions when I was up. Even here's what tripped me out. The dean of science came to our presentation, and he asked me a question. I'm like, not the dean of science himself. I just made a funny channel for fun. I mean, there's not much else to it.
Sir. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was fun. But still, I was like, why was I the highlighted project of the group? That shouldn't have been me. But anyways, so that's how you got the award. Now, this is something I always ask a lot of different designers, art people, everything, because we all kind of have one of those days where it's we kind of have this creative block going on. Just the ideas aren't coming in. We can't really sit down and just put it out on the screen. So how do you usually overcome that? That creative block?
I don't.
Why did I expect that answer?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think sometimes people get creative block because there's just a lot of things that are going on and happening all at once. And so sometimes you're in this spot where you're kind of struggling to prioritize what you need to output. So it's a bit hard to get out of the creative block sometimes. But for me personally, I don't get it as often. I just kind of have this whole sort of back catalog of content that I actually need to get out. So it's I have all the ideas, I have the things that I need to get out. But what I'm personally struggling with at times is just getting into that the right mindset to produce and actually release the content. So for me, it's more just a bit more of having motivation and free time to do it. But something I can suggest to all the viewers out there who are potentially designers or looking to get into designs or whatever, if you're going through a creative block, if you find yourself kind of adding more and more things to your to-do list, especially late at night, I would just recommend stopping, just bullet point all that stuff out, and then just go straight to bed. Come back into it in the morning. It's so much better, especially if you get an 8 hours sleep. And yeah, just kind of audit your time. Make sure you're getting the most out of your days. You only have 24 hours in a day, 8 hours of sleeping, and then you've probably got, work and other things throughout the day. So you want to be making the most out of your time. And I think
Exactly.
extracurricular activities are also important to get out of like creative blocks as well. And they're good for your mental health. Like get outside, go for a run, go to the gym. Like I've started doing bouldering and climbing. You can read books, play music or games. The list goes on. It's just very important for your mental health to be doing those sort of things. Getting out there and communicating with people. And I think that will kind of help you get out of creative block as well. Yeah.
So you're basically telling everyone to touch grass.
In some ways, yes.
No, but I'm 100% with you on that because yeah, like even coming up with like as of like 2021 up till now, like bro, it's been so hard to come up with ideas and just pumping out a lot, just content in general, or like
Mm,
episodes in general from my end. There's like weeks where I just like I can't really record anything. It's like I don't want to record. There's no ideas coming into my head on what I want to talk about.
mm.
And, I mean, of course I do everything with people, but I respect people's time. I respect what people have to do. If they gotta work, they gotta work. If they gotta take care of someone, they gotta take care of someone. I 100% respect that because that's their thing. It's not mine to like bug in. But yeah, like I mean I kind of struggle with just like because I had a video I recorded where it's like I try to do a solo let's play, but like I cannot talk to myself for the life of me. I don't know how you do it, Josh, but I'm just like
Mm.
I cannot. I can't do solo stuff.
I kind of just like parrot what's going on usually. So it's like if I'm playing a
I
game.
can't.
Oh, okay. It's just like
Yeah,
if
I
I'm doing something, like I just have to make it slightly more obvious. Like if people can't see it, and then like I just repeat what's going on. Really.
right. Yeah, like yeah, because for me, like whenever I play a game, I'm just like I want to be fully immersed into it. So if I'm not online, I'm probably playing a game solo. Like the game I'm playing right now, and this is actually my current background. It's called Ruin King.
Okay.
So yeah, like because the story is so good and the gameplay is so good. I'm just like I need to be alone and just focus on it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I can't really talk or like stream or do let's play on it, but I'll maybe one day.
One day.
But yeah, like in terms of just like getting as a me trying to get over the creative block, I don't know, it's just like yeah, I kind of just take kind of like a full day to just wind down a little bit, get inspiration from somewhere else or talk to people like you, Boku, Jer, any of my friends back home, and just be like, I try to get the energy so that way, if later on in the day or the next day I can get into it. And the same thing can be said for like my current job too at OKOP where like there are like so many days I'm just like, man, I can't come up with anything funny. Like
Mm.
the memes aren't coming to me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day it's like I just kind of push myself to get it done. Like even though it may be kind of scrapped, like I always try to say like there's always more room for improvement for the next one. Yeah, but I do encourage saying like everyone should go out, everyone should do something, everyone should just try to be more active and don't and this is what my thing. It's like don't be it's like you always got to take a break. You always got to take a break from whatever you're doing.
Mm.
Even if it's for like 5 minutes,
Oh yeah.
like take a break cuz yeah, I have way too many friends that I know that have suffered and are suffering from burnout from what they're doing.
Mm.
And I can tell you probably suffered from burnout too,
Oh yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah.
It's bad, isn't it? Where it's like,
It's not good. It's not good.
yeah, it's definitely not good, bro. Yeah. But yeah, like I encourage taking breaks. I also encourage going out and doing stuff. I'm trying to do that because every month I'm trying to do like an event a month. Like
Okay. Mm.
I think this month it was going out to see Joe Coy live at the Chase Center.
All right.
It
Yeah.
feels so good being in a giant crowd again, man.
Mm.
I'll say
Mm.
that. And
Mm.
seeing people live.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's pretty much your history of design, how
Hmm.
you got the award, and how you get over creative blocks. So let's go ahead and talk about the SquishyJoshy brand.
Okay. I
How
know there's
does
a lot of
it?
people that were waiting for this.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks, Jelly, for the applause.
25 bits. Yeah, let's
25
go.
bits. Let's go.
Woo! Okay, so anyways, so let's talk about the SquishyJoshy brand, the channel, the server, the everything. First up, where did this name come from? I was so curious about this
Okay.
name
Yeah.
for the longest time.
I had to prepare this one. To be honest, it came from like it was probably the most random way that it like that I came up with Squishy Joshy, but we have to go back to like high school. So basically,
Oh boy.
it was this name that kind of just like developed and grew over time, and it actually started as Ninjoshi, as in like
Ninjoshi.
Ninja plus Joshi, and part of the reason for that was because I just liked ninjas growing up, and I was a
That
pretty
that that sounds like a 2008 thing for
yeah.
anyone. That sounds like
It
a
definitely
that
is
sounds
a
like a
2008 thing.
it sounds like an old Call of Duty like name you would use.
No, actually, I was just a big fan of like all the like the OG YouTubers like My Choni and like Nigahiga and
Ooh.
like all of
Yeah.
those ones. And so I wanted that as well. So I just started as Ninjoshi, but then eventually like yeah, like I was just like at the time like I was a pretty avid gamer as well. Like I would play a lot of RPG games, and I think going through a lot of like hard times as a kid, yeah, I kind of grew up very socially awkward and not really making many friends. So I resorted to games like RuneScape, Club Penguin, where I could actually like
Ooh, you hit me at Club Penguin. You hit me at Club Penguin, Josh.
where I could actually like meet people online, like people that I could like vibe with, Um,
Hell yeah.
and then I eventually made it to this like really obscure MMORPG called Domo, or Dream of Mirror Online, where I met a lot of interesting people on there. And yeah, like in that game, you get into teams of people. So there's a lot of like opportunity for like social interaction and stuff. And there's
Right.
like various roles that you have to do. Like someone would be support, someone would be tank, and then like like you would pull the monsters towards the tank, and then the tank would take all the damage, and then the support would like heal everyone. So
Right. Right.
I had the beautiful role one time of being the tank, and I forgot to bring my armor to the dungeon. So, so I was basically in the dungeon with no armor on.
But why do I feel like you would do that even in Lost Ark?
Yeah. And like the support in my team had to work so much harder to like heal everyone.
Oh my
And
god.
I just had someone like whispering like a DM that were like they basically said I was squishy because I didn't have armor and the team was dying. And that's kind of where it started. It's like that was where the squishy bit started. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And then I kind of started seeing it more as my personality as well. So I'm thinking squishy like malleable. So basically, like I'm versatile. Like I can do a lot of things, and I'm also friendly, and that's kind of like where the squishy bit sort of fits well. And then yeah, eventually I just got rid of the ninja because ninja's a different thing now. And then I just went squishy Joshy, and then bam, that's how it became a thing. That's very Joshy of
Okay.
him.
Okay.
That's very Joshy.
Yeah, Boku. Okay, okay. So literally because of you forgot to armor up before entering a dungeon. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and
That's the short version of it.
I just straight up got called Squishy, and then I was just like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you kind of reminded me of like my because I kind of had like my own like personal logo for my design stuff.
Yeah.
And what was it? I took the initials of my name and tried to make a little Venn diagram out of it because I'm just like because like hey, I can do this stuff, I can also do this stuff. So I'm like I'm an all-around type of designer. Like I want to do Photoshop, want to do
Yeah.
Illustrator, want to do
Yeah.
InDesign, want to do Premiere. It's like, hey, hit me up for anything, bro.
Did you ever use? Okay, this is just a random question now. Did you ever like in your like older resumes before revamping it or whatever? Did you ever put like the list of Adobe programs and like how good you were at each one?
Uh, I think so, because I think I took a class on resume building. It was a
Yeah.
required class for us.
Yeah.
So I had the professor look over my resume and another student, and she said, because we were talking about skill set, right? And my professor says, like, hey, you want to feature all of the skills that you think are going to be good. So she said, so my professor straight up says, like, okay, if you got experience in some of the Adobe products, go ahead and just say it like that. Just say Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Premiere.
Yeah.
But if there's like other skills you want to show off, like say for example for me, I'm okay with talking in Japanese. So she would say like beginner or proficient in Japanese language and like beginner in Japanese reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I found out later that that does not work. That
No.
did not work.
No. You're better
So
off just
now,
putting like English. That's it.
yeah, yeah. Now, but like, I think, and this is a tip for anyone out there for building a resume for the first time. I put how many years of experience I put in. So I say like, oh, Photoshop, I got about 4 or 5 years in that. In Premiere, I got like say 1.5 to 2 years. So
Mm.
yeah, that's what I did for my resumes. And it's funny enough because a job I applied for not too long ago, their website said exactly that, saying, okay, put in down the skills and put down how many years you have experience in. I was like, why don't most websites ask do that? Like,
Mm.
please.
Mm. See,
Yeah.
I try to
But
avoid that on my resumes. Because,
really?
yeah, no, I feel like that's a very old school thing to do, and people still do it. They still leave it on their resumes. They do like a thing where it's like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and then they'll put like 5 stars, like they're rating themselves out of
What
five
is
stars.
what is this, a Yelp review for
Yeah,
yourself?
like, or they'll put like 4 stars with Illustrator and then 3 stars. It's like a common thing because like everyone seems to know how to use Photoshop, and then they're like okay with Illustrator, and then like no one really knows about InDesign, and so they'll put like 3 stars, and I'm just like, what? Why are you doing this? Like, I used to do it. I stopped because I realized it was kind of stupid,
It looks
and
too cheesy,
it looks
bro.
very cheesy. And then like I moved on to doing like a percentage bar, like I'm 83% good at.
Oh.
I'm 83%
I've
good at that.
seen, yeah, I've seen many friends do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a bar.
Then I gave up on that. Um, Now I just say that I have 10 years experience at the top of my resume, and then I just say I
Mm-hmm.
know all these programs. Like I don't have to say
Mm,
how many years I've spent with each program.
yeah, but I mean, like for me, because I'm just like I want to be specific. I want to be honest with all my skill sets. So
Hmm.
I mean, I could see why yours works. So you got the name. Like, how did you continue on planning out with making the brand? Because I kind of just went into making 308 all just willy nilly.
Yeah, I guess like how I said before, when I was just kind of like, I was always kind of interested in like the OG like YouTubers and stuff. So like yeah, I've always sort of been interested in producing content ever since high school even. And I think for me personally, it was a way for me to communicate better and have fun at the same time.
Hmm.
Like I struggle with meeting new people a lot and articulating a lot of what I want to say to them when I meet them as well. And sometimes people might mistake that for me being a snob, but no, like literally, I'm just freaking out on the inside. Like I have no idea what to say to
Yeah,
you.
so
Like,
yeah, it's called social anxiety
yeah,
for a
exactly.
reason.
But people won't be able to pick that up unless I literally say to them, "Hey, look, I've got social anxiety," and like I don't want to say that all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah, so part of the drive to create content and do live streaming and stuff basically just came from the idea of me wanting to open up a bit more and get a little bit more
Like,
confident in myself. Yeah.
so just basically trying to get out of this bubble you were in.
Yeah, and also bring smiles and laughter to people because ultimately I like having fun and I'd like to see other people have fun as well.
Hell yeah.
Some of us kind of lose that fun element in our lives, especially when we grow up. And I'm all about trying to keep that spark alive. I always get sad when people sort of like drop their hobbies because of work or other commitments, and it's just like,
Oh
well,
man,
like
yeah.
I grew up being sad, but like you need these hobbies. Like I want to be there for those people who are growing up sad too, and kind of like forgetting about those hobbies and stuff. Like I want to
Mm.
support you guys and like you know, you all have potential, so I want to build you all up as well. So that's kind of like why I do this.
And he's speaking for everyone in chat and also for anyone that's viewing this on YouTube later on. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, no, actually, just kind of like a quick like side question. Do you know your MBTI, your 16 personality thing? Have you ever taken it?
Oh, like the Myers Briggs
The
thing.
Myers Briggs test.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
ever
yeah.
taken it?
Yeah, I have. I'm
What
pretty.
is it? Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah. I'm an INFJ, which is
Ah,
kind of funny because I think years ago, like back in high school, I was an ENFJ, and then recently I changed into an INFJ. Yeah.
damn. Okay,
So
that's me. That's me. I'm an ENFJ. Because what
right.
you said right there, that's like holy shit. That sounds like the protagonist. Is Josh also protagonist?
Mm.
I did make an entire episode about ENFJ because me and my two other coworkers, all three of us somehow got ENFJs.
Oh, interesting.
Um, but anyways, the reason why I'm bringing this up because yeah, you definitely sound like a protagonist, like kind of like me, because I am 100% with you because like even to this day, like a lot of friends that I know, like they're like all keep being burnt out from work, from finding a job like me, from just a lot more like personal stuff,
Mm.
relationship stuff, and
Oh
I
yeah.
was like that too. Yeah, I was like that too in high school, where I only had like two real friends in high school that I always go to, and they would always come up to me with like, stuff that's going on with their lives, like all the problems and stuff. And like, I mean, all I could do was just listen. And that's still the thing I'm still trying to do today, where it's like I can just still listen to you guys and talk to you guys about stuff, but I wish I can do more.
Mm.
So yeah, and also like the way, I'm kind of like, your channel and your stuff where it's like I want to be an outlet to go ahead and make or just make people feel better,
Yeah.
and also yeah, and also to, like to learn more about each other, the world. That's why I like making the show. It's been a while
Mm.
because that always happens in every episode. Like for example with Amir, like I didn't know he had to jump through so many hoops to be a professor, or my friend G1 from like an old episode where she told me how America changed her life coming from Korea.
Yeah. Right. Mm.
So yeah, like I also, and this is something Amir has also said, it's like there's always something new to learn out there.
Mm.
Like because the world's always changing. I mean, sure we can
Yeah.
always refer back to like the books and stuff, but like we gotta keep learning this stuff on our own.
Mm.
And that to me is like that's something I need to remind myself like every day, saying like, "Hey, I want to learn more. I want to know more
Mm.
because learning makes me happy."
Yeah.
You know, and I'm pretty sure like this entire experience for you was one hell of a learning experience, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think even like just kind of like trying to stay on top of trends as well. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you can always do so much. There's always new trends that are coming in, but there's people that are genuinely like behind with trends as well. So it's kind of like you want to be able to get them in on it as well. Otherwise, they're just not gonna be able to get the jokes or the memes as well. So you want to help them get into those trends as well.
People are not cultured enough in their memes, so we have to help them.
They'll get cultured to a point, but then it's just like the new stuff that comes in. They'll be like, "Oh, I don't understand what these young kids are up to these days." You know?
what what does poggers mean? I don't know what
Yeah.
poggers.
What is poggers? Why are they putting tomatoes in the chat?
I mean, quick, funny little story. When I first started the job for OKOP, the first video I drafted for them, I used emotional damage, right?
Mm.
And when my boss was reviewing the video, you know what he said? He's like, finally, someone in our work that used emotional damage. I don't know how no one else in our company has done that yet. I was like, really? I'm like, you're talking about a sad story. How are you not using emotional damage? But that was great.
Uh,
That was fun.
mm, mm.
But anyways, I'm actually a little bit curious about this next question. It's like, I mean, you did kind of explain it already, like earlier, but what kind of inspired you to move towards content creation? Like, was there a person or just a thing that happened to you, or
Yeah,
how would you
look,
say?
no, I just think I was just into it. Like just being the tech guy from high school. It's just like I want to do stuff. I want to create stuff. Like that was kind of it, really.
Want to make people happy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, so basically you just kind of went into it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but actually, just a quick question. It's like, is there any other like Twitch streamers or YouTubers or TikTok people you watch?
Um,
Just in general, not really inspire you.
that I watch. Not
Don't say yourself.
not too often because I just don't get a chance to. But I would like to though. Like every chance I get, I try and jump on something. So I've kind of got a couple of people that I check out every now and then. Like there's a designer called Elliot. He's got like a little design stream that goes on. So I think his thing is I'm not sure what it's called. The Design Chef. He calls himself the Design Chef. Yeah, so sometimes I check out his streams. I used to do a couple of streams with Justin, and Justin's sister Jade does some streams as well. So sometimes I jump on that.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's your inspiration of getting into Twitch and all that stuff. So, of course, you couldn't do this all by yourself.
Oh
So
no.
now it's time to call out the people that helped you along the way.
Yeah.
Chat's getting called
well,
out.
well. Yeah, look, I would love to shout out a bunch of people. Christine, aka KFell. She was actually so. This was like 2020 when Christine kind of like blew up on TikTok and then made herself a Discord server. At that point, I wasn't like before I joined the Discord server, I wasn't really like super into Discord, so I didn't have my own server and everything like that. So the journey of like following Christine online was kind of like one of the biggest pushes to get more into content creating. And I remember joining one of her streams once, and she was just like, "You don't need your job. Just quit." I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna quit.
You know what? Just quit your job, Joshy. Who needs work?
And then yeah,
Damn, bro.
So from there, I kind of like that's kind of like where I started doubling down on my content creating. So I want to thank Christine. Shout out to her, my family, church mates, fabulous mods and admins. So Jelly, Sega, Rach, Boku, Ashley, Lawrence as well. There's a couple of others that aren't as active, but of course, thank you to them as well. Sally, also Mari, of course, as well. Trix,
Mari.
yeah, shout out to all you guys and everyone that I've met along the way. Really, I think without the events that happened to me from the start point till now, like none of this could have happened without all of you. So yeah, I appreciate every one of you that I've met along the way, and yeah, I just like whenever something good happens here, I always just feel so humbled by people's kindness and generosity. So yeah, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you.
And don't forget our stupidness.
Yeah. Yeah.
The things we say in your server, bro.
Oh man.
So Christine was pretty much like, if it weren't for you seeing her video on her server, like you wouldn't have probably taken this journey, huh?
Yeah, look, I feel like I was kind of like just working and not really thinking about where I was going with work. And I had two jobs at the time, and it was just kind of like it just felt like it was too much, like to just keep going, especially during the pandemic. And then the pandemic kind of like changed everything. Like people could work from home, and yeah, but just the quality of work just went down from that point. So I was just like, you know what? I appreciate time more than just working like nonstop. So I decided to quit my full-time job.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly so great that like even in the last episode too, where I had my boss John on, because he as well also like he was working a job, but then COVID hit, and then their job laid him off. So he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna start my own podcast. So he took to TikTok, recorded a lot of stuff with Sam, and even for me, like even though I'm working for OKOP, which again I love working for them, at the end, like for me, like making this channel and getting be able to talk to you, everyone else, Boku Jer, my mods, Ryan, Blake. Yeah, like it just at the end of the day, it's like we all just kind of need to be there for each other, you know?
Yeah.
We all that's why I love being part of your community and like other communities where it's like we're all able to come online, talk to each other, chat with each other, and if any of us are having a bad day, we could just, have some stupid fun with each other or, tune into
Yeah.
the stream or tune into the episode.
Mm-hmm. Jump in a VC
He's-
call.
Hell yeah. We got each other, hell yeah. Like well said, Jer.
Yeah. Round of
Well
applause
said.
for Jet.
Woo!
Woo!
No, but anyways, just a few more questions for you before we wrap things up. I know you kind of said this already a little bit earlier in the interview, but what would you say is or was the biggest challenge when it comes to like designing, content creation, or just being creative in general? Like, what would you say is your biggest challenge?
Yeah, as I said, like it's just for me personally, it's like time and motivation. Those are the biggest hurdles, and like I'm the type of guy that's like trying to do 100 different things at once.
You're very well experienced from your Never Have I Ever episode.
But like yeah, I think one of the main things that's kind of like slowing me down from actually doing that sort of stuff, and it's just like having a space or a place of my own is probably the main issue. But yeah, like
Like you kind of just need like your own time, your own
yeah,
space. Like you,
exactly.
you wish you had your freedom.
Exactly. I guess that's it really. That's kind of like the main hurdle.
Yeah, and again, I feel that too. Where it's like, and also just like motivation too, because there's like again so many days where just like both you and I are not that motivated to get creative or anything.
Yeah. Look, if there's something I could suggest to like other people, like seriously taking the time to try and get to know things that are sort of like outside your comfort zone. Like if you're a person that's kind of like used to just pop music all the time, but you also want to learn the guitar, just like don't just stay in the pop bubble. Like listen to music that the guitar is actually famous for. Like look into some rock. I mean, like not every single rock song will be for you, but it will teach you things and it will actually get you better at the guitar. It will help you keep being creative with what you do on the guitar. And this is a thing that's said a lot. It's hard to be original in 2022.
I
But
know, bro. Everything's copy paste these days.
but sometimes you can combine a couple of niches and you can make your own thing. And I'll leave it at that.
I mean, hey, that's pretty much my channel. Like my channel, we don't really have a niche. It's just more like I invite people over to chat. We just talk random shit for like an hour, and that's
Yeah.
it. But
So it's like a variety podcast.
yeah, but at the end of the day, it's fun. It's fun for everyone.
Yeah.
And all right. So the last question: where would you like to see yourself in 5 years? Whether it be from Twitch, from your server, or just yourself or your brand in general. Like, where do you want to see yourself?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, firstly, I'll just put this out there. We are on our current goal is to hit 100 followers here on Twitch.
We're at 90, boy. We're at 90, guys.
We're at 90. We're almost there. And actually, thank you to Mama Wolf 0425 who followed 4 days ago when I wasn't even streaming. Thank you.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so we're 10 people away from 100 followers on Twitch. So that's kind of like a little humble goal that I'd like to reach on Twitch.
Are you gonna do anything special for the 100 follow?
Maybe, who knows? I mean, even like in the next month, we're having a 2-year Discord birthday. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, so a lot's going on. So stay tuned.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, like in the next few years, 5 years or so, I definitely like to see my amount of content output being a lot higher, and then also within the next 5 years, hopefully, like the goal is to achieve putting out more content, getting more engagement, and hopefully reaching the big milestone of 1 million subscribers on YouTube. That's like the main goal for the next 5 years or so. So yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to create more like higher budget videos as well with more guests and stuff, and just really building up a community of people who are into art, design, and the creative field in general. And then like you guys that are like tuning in, you don't actually have to be designers or like artists or
Yeah.
whatever. Like just anyone that's kind of interested in creativity or like even like what's happening in pop culture, like the Marvel movies or whatever. Like anyone that's interested in that stuff, you're all welcome. So yeah, that's the kind of
Hell yeah.
thing that I'm trying to do.
The doors are open to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, if you ever achieve those goals, like in the next few years or later in the future, man, I'm gonna be so happy for you. I was like, that's my boy. That's my boy Josh. He made it to the top, boys. We got him.
Kuya Joshua.
No.
No, I remember like Christine was actually calling me Kuya Joshua. I was like, no. No, but we have to stay, at least somewhat true to our Filipino roots,
Nah, if I ever get a chance to chat with Christine, I'm gonna call her Ate. Make make her feel that way too.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, a lot of like
Mabuhay.
Filipinos, mabuhay. Oh yeah, a lot of us Filipinos hate doing that, especially like here in America, and I'm pretty sure you in Australia too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, just to summarize and starting to wrap things up is like, yeah, we're all in it for the ride, guys. Whether you're tuning into Apartment 308, whether you're catching Josh live on his Twitch, like, we're all here to have fun, get creative, and just be yourself. Be yourself, achieve your dreams, and we'll support you.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're all about. Hell yeah.
100%. Woohoo.
Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of It's Been a While. Spike! There's a lightning round for you, Josh.
What?
If y'all never seen my show before, you should expect this. But basically, I have 10 this or that choices. Just pick one or the other.
Okay.
Based on what you like.
Yep.
All right, right. Okay, so first up, would you rather have a pet Pegasus or a pet dragon? It's a lightning round. Choose fast.
I feel like dragons are cooler. Let's go with dragon.
All right. Apples or bananas?
See, this is where it's tricky because I like the taste of apples, but it's just not as convenient to eat an apple. I'm gonna go with apple.
Okay. Superman or Batman?
Both DC? What?
Oh wait, I forgot you were a Marvel boy. Never mind.
Oh no, probably Superman.
Okay. Intel or AMD?
Ooh, grown up with Intel, but I'm currently using AMD. I'll still say
Are
Intel.
you okay. Brand loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Koalas or kangaroos?
Ooh, definitely the kangaroo. I mean, as cute as a koala is, the kangaroos they're just an icon.
All right, Hondas or Toyotas?
Ooh, Honda.
Hell yeah. Pokemon Diamond or Pokemon Pearl?
Diamond, because I didn't do Pearl.
Okay. Dad hats or bucket hats?
Okay, I'll go with the dad hat.
Mario Kart or Mario Party?
Mario Kart.
All right, last one. Better song, La Lisa or Money?
Ooh. Okay. we didn't hear Money until the actual thing came out.
That's true.
So I started with Lisa, but I think Money grew on me more. So I like Money. Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first. We're gonna take the next few minutes to do a little bit of Q&A. Jared's being a little bit special. He asked me 2 questions on my Instagram.
Oh, 2. Oh.
2. I mean, both of them are primarily towards me, but what made me want to start a podcast? I already said it on stream that because of COVID, we didn't want to a lot of us couldn't hang out, so I'm just like, hey, let's make a podcast, because I listened to a lot of podcasts during the pandemic. I'm like, I could do that too. So, and the originality of the name Apartment 308 was because my old dorm, I used to live in room 308. And oh boy, in that room we held a lot of parties, man. College dorm parties. There was a lot of, but you know what? The charm was that everyone knew each other and everyone met new friends. So that's kind of like the charm of Apartment 308. Yeah, so like getting Josh here, for example, is like that's an example of like, hey, we got a new friend here. Let's make him part of the group, or let's make him feel welcomed. Another question from Jerry also said, "What is your thought process when trying to think of new podcast ideas?" And I guess for you, Josh, I guess what's your thought process of coming up with new content? For me, I mean, I could go first if you need to think about
Yeah.
it. Me, I just throw shit on the wall. That's literally all. I just throw shit on the wall, bro. But in a more serious answer, I kind of just think about like what I feel interested talking about. Like, for example, like if I want to talk computers, like PCs or PC building stuff, like I'm just like, hey, that sounds like an interesting topic. So, what I do on my phone here, I start writing down questions that I could ask guests about, PCs. It's like, hey, what's your PC build? Hey, do you like this brand over the other brand? What's your budget? All that stuff, and and it's kind of like a universal thing for like all the guests. Like for Josh here, I'm just like, oh, what, who is Josh? What does he do? How did he start Twitch? All that stuff. Yeah. So I like if I have an idea, I just start making it up, and depending who's free and who's available at the time, I'm like, hey, let's record an episode. Yeah. So I guess like yeah, for you, Josh, like how do you have like a thought process when it comes up to new stuff or?
Lately, it's just kind of been like coming up with titles. So I'll like come up with a title and it's like, this sounds funny. Let's do a video on it.
Funny.
Yeah. No, like usually it's also based on like things that are kind of trending or relevant as well. So like if I don't know if like say for example like Mark Zuckerberg just announces that the metaverse is a thing and it's trending, like I'll be like, all right, can I make a video on this and then kind of relate it to what my
Like,
theme is, and then just be like,
mm,
yeah, okay, I can make a video on this, and then that's kind of like how I start brainstorming from
yeah,
there.
because I saw how you did it with Shang-Chi. I'm like, huh, that's actually pretty interesting. I did not think about that. And also, you did one with like the new Pokemon announcement, right? Like the new Pokemon
Yeah,
game, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
I saw that. I was like, huh, he actually has a point. Designer things.
Yeah. It's good to it's good
Um,
to stay sort of alert on the trends as I mentioned earlier, because that's the kind of stuff that you want to make content of, and then that's
right.
why a lot of other things kind of end up going like in the back catalog, because it's like you're always trying to like it's silly, but like at the end of the day, you're putting out content that is more relevant at the time.
Mm, yeah. Next one. This one's actually from Mari. She's asking us, what's our most controversial food opinion?
Probably what I said about
This,
hello hello earlier. I don't know.
I think for me, oh, Jerry said pineapples on
Oh yeah,
pizza.
that's
Wait, Jerry, are you saying are you for it or against it? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like do you don't do you, I mean me personally, I acknowledge pineapple is a topping, but personally I would not get it. Saying against, okay, yeah,
against.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But I feel like that's too common though. Pineapples on pizza.
Yeah.
I guess if we're still sticking to the pizza thing, I guess other than pineapples, I've had an argument where someone said black olives on a pizza is disgusting, and I rebutted saying, "Hell no, that shit's good." Yeah, but it's not. But that was like one person
It's
though.
not
I'm
very
not sure.
controversial. Yeah.
It's not controversial.
I guess I used to do cheese and peanut butter sandwiches. That could be controversial.
Actually, I have a friend in the Marines. He said most of his bagel sandwiches is peanut butter and cream cheese.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, that doesn't sound that bad of a bagel
It's
sandwich.
actually a pretty good combination.
I mean I can't have peanut butter, but like in hindsight, that sounds pretty good.
Mm.
Oh, I actually remember one that another Filipino friend said to me a long time ago, and I was just like, huh?
Mm.
This person said adobo is meh. I'm like, excuse me? You said adobo is meh? I'm like, what
Yeah.
the heck?
I mean, I feel like it's not like the best, when you.
But like as a Filipino, you kind of have to take offense to that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess. Sorry, Mari, we can't think of anything.
I
Okay,
did
so
once have marshmallows on a hot dog.
okay,
I
we're
wanted
ending the stream. We're ending the stream.
I
We're
wanted to
ending
I
the
wanted to try it. I wanted to try it.
You have lost all respect from me,
What?
sir. You put no, I'm kidding.
No, it's like the sweet, like like you melt them onto the hot dog. Oreos with mustard. Whoa, what?
There.
Actually, yeah, I don't know about that.
I am in shock right now. I am in shock right now with you, Jer. We're gonna have a stern talk later after the stream. My sister heard it on the.
Is this like the thing? Because I've seen people do like orange juice with no coffee with orange juice. I don't know.
I haven't heard.
I don't know how I feel
It
about
sounds
that.
like more of a challenge, if anything.
No, apparently it's an actual thing that people like. So I don't know.
It beats me. I don't. Anyway, this next question actually came in from Jelly from earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the chance to go back and redo any point of your life, what would you do? And if so, why? So a time where we could redo a certain thing. I don't know, because I feel like everything that we've both done has brought us up to this point in our
Yeah,
lives.
exactly.
Like I don't know, man.
I guess there's
That's
kind of like
hard.
moments where I just kind of think like, oh, what would have happened if I did something differently here? Like
Yeah.
there was this one time where I was actually called for a legit like DJ gig at a nightclub. So like they were actually gonna put me on like the prime spot at a nightclub, but I didn't have the level of experience for it yet because they use a different turntable than what I'm used to because it's the professional one, and so I turned it down. Like I was just like, I can't do it. I don't have the experience to do it. But then like in hindsight, I was like, I probably could have learned how to do it.
Yeah.
And just kind of like rocked up there and just had like the time of my life, playing in front of like a full like nightclub of people. Like that could have been fun. But
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything I would change really.
Me neither. I think I don't know. That's hard for me to say because I think for me that's hard because I think one thing I like kind of think about is just like when it comes to people, I would say. I don't know, because there were so many. Like, I will open up about like a friend group that I used to hang out with, but I left them during the pandemic because they were so toxic, and like, I kind of like thought about it for a little bit. I'm just like, what if I left that group earlier? Because
Yeah.
because of how much I realized how toxic they were.
Yeah, right.
So, like, hold on.
It's kind of
Oh
like
my
that
God,
saying. It's kind of like that saying where it's like, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with.
Yeah. Well, it's more like they treated me as the clown, and I didn't want to be treated as the clown anymore. So I'm just like, nah, I'm out. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, felt that. I kind of had that during like high school a lot. So I was didn't
Yeah.
love that. But it was good that like it changed ever since I went to college, which was good.
Yeah. There is like one question from Jared in the chat. I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It says, favorite moment or moments since we started content creating.
So if you guys are not part of the Discord, I have a channel on my Discord for
Mm-hmm.
clips, controversial Skyrim moments, I think.
I remember my favorite one from the Skyrim Let's Play is like you were trying to climb down with your horse and you guys
Oh my
fell
god,
down
the
the water.
horse. I have no luck with like horses. Like even in the Pokemon game, like you get a reindeer and like Jer made a clip where it was like animal cruelty because I was
I
like,
think
yeah,
there
I'm
was
gonna jump off this cliff and I'm gonna totally survive the fall. Nah.
the the one I'm still thinking about is your most recent clip that's still in your chat is when you played Lost Ark and you were talking to Neria in Pride Home. I was like finishing dinner and I tuned into your stream and that's the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta hit you with the hydrate there, bro. I'm sorry. There's like one moment from your Twitch that's like on top of my head, but I can't remember. I'm trying to remember it. Oh no! I remember. It's like two instances, but it's like very minor. When you started stream one time, you know the preview screen you always have up. I hit you with hydrate,
Oh, right. It's like, I
and
wasn't
then
even streaming yet and you hit me with a hydrate.
and then I remember I came in late to one of your Pokemon streams. You were like just ending, and you straight up said it's like something along the lines of like it's like yeah, that's gonna be the end of the Pokemon stream. I didn't get hit enough with enough hydrates. I'm like, oh, now's my time. Hydrate. I remember the look on your face. You got so mad when I did that.
It's like, what? Right at the end of the stream?
Hey man, I gotta catch you with that one. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, we'll wrap up the stream there. I guess there's
Join the Discord server for more games.
Yes, please. So yeah, stay tuned. Make sure to follow us all on socials, Apartment 308, and also SquishyJoshy. Basically SquishyJoshy everywhere except for Instagram. Some little kid took the handle. So on Instagram,
you got wrecked by a kid.
So on Instagram, it's squishy_Joshy. Really appreciate all of you who joined this special stream today. And thank you, Brian, for being the guest of the stream. Thank you for interrogating me, I guess. There's a lot of...
we got a lot of information out of you,
there's
Josh.
a lot of information that I think I've been leaving out for a while. And now all you guys are now...
It's all declassified.
Yeah, it's all declassified. You guys are all informed now. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Brian. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next one.